Is that why they killed a lot of
Supposed to be
people?
Opt-out contraception, an end to unwanted children, a chance to rebalance. But something went wrong in the testing phase. Nature took over. I never wanted this.
So you covered it up and blame the sterility on the bombs.
Oh, please don't lecture me on morality, Mr. James. Your hands
Those
are far too
bombs
dirty for that.
fucking
Disrupt only did what had to be
killed
done.
my
Disrupt are not the
daughter.
answer. You'll just take us to an even more extreme version of where we were before. Your miserable policies will kill us all.
I'm not the one who built the transition centers.
No, you're from a time where people didn't even have the basic right to choose how and when to die.
You turned children against their parents.
We enabled young people to speak up about the abuse that they were facing. And guess what? Most of that abuse came from within their own families.
Nope.
Identity cards.
I'm going to let this. I'm
Sterilized us against our
beeping.
will.
No words.
I built a sustainable future.
That's too much. That's not for you to choose.
Well, if not me, then who?
God.
Choose it for themselves.
And isn't that at the heart of all this? You don't trust us to choose. You think you know best. You know what's good for us.
Exactly.
And if we disagree with you, then you'll send us to betterment. That's why there's no news anymore, because there's no choice. So there's no point.
There should be elections.
Elections have been suspended.
Time to unsuspend them then. If you want to carry on,
Yes.
you'll need a mandate.
Yes.
We have people ready to
Elections.
stand against you in every territory.
So, let's turn to you, Mr. James.
Yes. I want to assure the public that though Disrupt are occasionally forced to violent means, we are not by nature a violent
Jenny?
organisation.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
Jeremy?
Could you have this queued up for us, please?
Yes, Jeremy.
Uh-oh.
Pleasure.
Was that from Disrupt leadership?
In a way. Mr. James, before you launch into your rather premature election campaign,
Uh-oh.
I think it'd be useful for the viewers at home if you were to also answer a question or two.
Of course.
What?
When we come to power, one of the first things we'll do is restore a free press. The truth is very important. No more hidden secrets.
If you say so. From whom do you take your orders, by the way?
Uh-oh.
I beg your pardon?
Well,
Yeah.
you're Disrupt's spokesman. But
Uh-oh.
for whom do you speak?
From Peter.
You know I can't tell you. It's too dangerous for me to say.
Don't worry. I don't share those concerns. You see, I've met with them almost 5 years ago now, back when I was a news anchor. And I also met with them a week ago.
Is it
to
me?
discuss tonight's...
It's Postman.
I think they wanted to check that I'd stick to the script, which really shows how little they know me. So this time, I wore a hidden camera. Would you like to see a little of what we discussed?
No, you can't. She'll have them arrested. They'll be dead by morning.
Not an unfair assessment.
Fortunately, it's not up to me. It's up to Alex in the broadcast room. What screen, Jenny?
Screen 4.
No, you can't. My people will stop you. Cut the power to your machines.
Well, I would imagine mine will be doing their level best to ensure that Mr. Donaldson's footage gets the airing it deserves. After all, my security forces will be here soon, and I imagine this will end very badly for all of you.
I'm like really paying
Queued up and
attention.
ready.
Thank you, Jenny. Alex, showing this will have consequences. For someone not showing it, it's up to you.
Alex, you got us this far. Please don't fall at the last hurdle.
Oh damn, glad I'm not making this choice.
All our good work.
Can I save this point? Can I save?
All the years of disrupting. You could make it all for nothing. Please, don't play that footage.
Alex didn't play it.
Really?
Really.
They'll be locked out by now.
Well, I used to be here tonight. I just brought down the fucking Prime Minister. All Alex had to do was press a fucking button.
Wait.
But that's what you've never understood, is it, Mr. Donaldson? Just because the button's there doesn't mean it has to be pushed.
Just because the gun is there, you don't necessarily have to grab it.
Oh, but you have to push the button. You have to pull the thread. It's your fatal flaw.
No, it's not. It's what makes him great.
Not every story should be told, Jeremy.
We have a duty to the truth.
But there are so many truths. I'm a terrorist. I'm a freedom fighter. I'm a raving lunatic.
I'm the woman who killed millions. I'm the woman who saved billions.
All of these things are true. But this program and all the others like it, they pick which truth to tell. Which way to word those truths?
Without the tacit backing of this station, Mr. James's organisation would never have achieved what we have seen here today.
We back neither Mr. James nor his organisation.
Peter hated how you'd bend the truth or show us only what you wanted us to see. That's part of the reason he drank.
Showing those private conversations, it would have been a betrayal of trust.
Aren't you even a little curious to know what they had to say about you, Alan?
What's private is private. When they want me to know, I'll know. When they feel safe to come forwards, they will. It should be up to them.
Wait, I'm sorry, but I'm curious now. I thought...
That's what freedom is supposed to mean. It's your life. You choose. That's what Disrupt want. Freedom. But not freedom from consequences. Nobody grows that way. We become sterile, like she made the rest of society. You should be in prison.
Oh, and by that token, so should you, Mr. James.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I have to see it now. I have to see it. I have to see if it's my boss. If at first you don't overachieve. Well, you see, I am doing this to do the other choice. It sucks that I have to go far away now.
Why do we bother, Alex? What's the point? It's not like this is even close to journalism
What's a
anymore.
green bun right there?
How did I let it get this far?
Boss.
At the same time, Colin.
Ah! Damn it! Why do I have to go back so far though?
Right?
Everybody okay in here?
Yeah.
Who do you think it is? Anyone have any guesses? Who do you think it is?
Troublemakers.
Who do you think it
Nothing
is?
serious.
Oh,
You might
man.
hear some noises, but it's nothing to be concerned
Who do you think
about.
it is?
The services know what they're doing.
So, nobody freak out with the shooting stars,
Oh man,
okay?
who do you think it is? I think it's Bozeman.
Tits and teeth.
No,
Oh, God,
Bozeman might be too obvious. I don't think it's
Jenny.
Peter.
Tits and teeth, armed and ready.
10 seconds, everybody. God, kill Best in the business, cheers.
It would be a twist if it's Peter though.
In 5, 4, 3. Welcome
would it
back
be?
to the nightly show where it's time for the Prime Minister
Who
to
would it
face
be?
the
Who would
toughest
be the
critics in
boss
territories. You lot out there.
Of
Call us on the usual numbers with your
of
questions
Disrupt.
for the Prime Minister. First up, we have Humphrey from Hamble Bamblebury.
Lovely place. I'm hoping to retire there.
Oh, good choice.
Are you there, Humphrey? Hello, Humphrey. Oh, we appear to have lost Humphrey. We'll try and get him back, but let's go to another call in the meantime. Who have we got next?
It happened
Patrick?
very
Next
early
up, we've
too.
got Mandy from Arsminster. Oh, I don't think I'll be retiring there.
Hi, Mandy. You're through to the Prime Minister. What's your question?
Nothing, because there's no one there.
Hello?
Fuck you, Julia.
Mandy? What's going on, Jenny?
Because Jeremy was all
Jenny.
The
about.
lines are down.
Oh, well, call down to maintenance and get...
We can't. All the lines are down.
You would think Jeremy would be against
Apologies
them.
to our viewers at home. We seem to have a few technical gremlins making mischief behind the scenes. So while we're getting back up and running, Patrick has a couple of questions that were sent in by our viewers earlier this week.
I do?
I hope I'm making the right choice.
Yes, no, of course I do.
Because I want to actually listen to Jeremy, but I was looking at the picture on my end.
Is from Patricia, who lives on camera app.
Come on, speed up. Is there a
And
speed
what
up
she
option?
really wants to know. Lock the door! Lock the fucking
Listen to the CCO! Seal the doors! You're Jenny, aren't you? Come here. Don't be afraid, Jenny. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt anyone if we don't have to. All I want you to do is to keep the show on the air.
Yes.
Understand? Just do your job and everything will be all right, okay?
I should have clapped.
Don't be afraid, Jenny.
You two, on your knees over there. Move!
Why would he?
So,
Was he trying to call
this is
her
the famous
her
couch of
bluff?
chat, eh?
I
Good.
don't answer questions at gunpoint, Mr. James.
You're not at gunpoint, Prime Minister. They are.
Nevertheless, if you think I'm
See,
going
why
to
would he
answer to you,
threaten
then I'm
them?
Oh, you
afraid
don't
you're
have
ve-
to answer to me, Julia. Are the doors locked and sealed?
Yes, sir. No one's getting in or out.
Good. Good. All clear.
Good. Thank you. Yes, good.
Jeremy?
So, I love the way he looks at you. Clap. Clap.
Hello, you.
That's just so heartwarming. Slap him.
Why didn't you?
Yeah.
I've only put you in their crosshairs. I'm sorry.
Brought myself across it.
Yes. Keep the show going.
Of course.
Let them go, Alan. There'll be no
Just-
killing tonight.
We just gotta get through this. I want to see the picture. I want to hear what they talk about.
Sorry, I don't know we've met. I'm Patrick Bannon.
Is that what you're telling us, is it?
What happened to Patrick? Did they do something to him?
Sorry for barging in. Hate what you've done with me.
Bozeman didn't even.
too.
Bozeman hasn't even said anything.
like your
Maybe he's stunned.
It's yours now. You wear it well. So, let's talk, shall we?
Armed security are on their way, Mr. Donaldson. I
Unless
know
they're
you know
not.
that.
Well, we best make use of the time we have then, eh?
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Look, obviously the boss.
I think you should stay too.
For safety.
For balance.
The boss of Disrupt obviously.
Good
planned
evening.
this, right?
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Let's welcome back the National Nightly News. Tonight I'm joined by probably the two most influential people in the country, if not the continent. So let's see if we can't kick over a few rocks and see what's lurking underneath.
I'm trying to think.
Prime Minister, if I could turn to you first,
I have nothing to hide.
except that which is already hidden. Prime Minister, what is norethindrone?
I beg your pardon?
Norethindrone. It's used in birth control. among other
Okay,
things.
so the blue
If
is
you haven't heard of
the
that,
blue is
perhaps you
good.
could enlighten us in regards to Agrobacterium tumefaciens.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Donaldson.
Well, that suggests a lack of attention to detail.
Because she
Prime
was
Minister.
saying
It's
stuff
a
that
bacteria
was
used in the
orange.
genetic modification of an organism. And I found traces of both these substances in every single one of the menu centre food boxes.
Unless
that
it
I've
is
had
something that
analysed
they want me
from
to mute.
across the territories, if you're wondering.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, Prime Minister. I'm just pointing out the facts.
Oh my god. Is that why Kate and I can't have
So you blamed it on the radioactive clouds from your bombs?
before Stacy? We tried so many times.
I'm like really trying to think now.
Prime Minister, is there something wrong with the facts?
Like, is it something that I know?
Fine.
What's funny is I'm enjoying this, even though I'm
I think it'll help
re-looking
your
at
viewers
it,
sleep at night.
because
Well, here it is.
it's actually
6 years
news.
ago,
It's not
when we
something
came to power, we
childish or
accessed the real
kiddyish.
Facts and figures, and they told us we were doomed. The population was expanding at an unsustainable rate. Within 50 years, we would be out of natural
Unless
resources.
the same
We would
person,
war over fuel,
unless it could be
and then
Peter,
inevitably food and
unless
clean
Peter
water.
is behind all of this
It was no
and pretends
exaggeration
to be a
say that
drunk
we're facing
bastard.
extinction. It was supposed to be opt-out contraception, an end to unwanted
I still
children,
think it's
a chance
Bozeman.
to rebalance, but something went wrong in the testing phase.
because he didn't give me
Nature
up.
took over, but we never. I never wanted this.
So you covered it up and blamed the sterility on the bombs.
Oh, please don't lecture me on morality, Mr. James. Your hands are far too dirty for that.
Disrupt only did what had to be done.
Disrupt are not the answer. You'll just take us to an even more extreme version of where we were before. Your miserable policies will kill us all.
I'm not the one who built the transition centres.
No, you're from a time where people didn't even have the basic right to choose how and when to die.
You turned children against their parents.
We enabled young people to speak up about the abuse that they were facing. And guess what? Most of that abuse
Sorry
came
if I'm
from
being
within
quiet.
their own family.
I'm really
Identity
concentrating.
cards.
Grow up!
Sterilised us against our will.
I built a a sustainable future.
It's too much. That's not for you to choose.
I still think it's Bozeman. I think Bozeman, unless he's too drunk. No, he said the
choose it for
decision's up to
themselves.
me.
And isn't that at the heart of all this?
So it's
You
not
don't trust us
Bozeman.
to choose. You think you know best, you know what's good for us, and if we disagree with you, then you'll send us to betterment. That's why there's no news anymore, because there's no choice, so there's no point.
There should be
Fuck,
elections.
fuck.
Elections have been
Who would it be?
suspended.
I'm trying to
Time to
guess.
unsuspend
I'm
them
trying to
then.
guess.
If you want
I'm
to carry
hitting
on,
my
you'll need
head
a mandate.
on
We
the
have people ready to stand
on
against
my
you in every
circuit board.
territory.
So, let's turn to you, Mr. James.
Yes. I want to assure the public that though disrupt are occasionally forced to violent means, we are not by nature a violent
Jenny?
organisation.
Yes, Jeremy?
Could you have this queued
Yeah,
up for us, please?
yeah, yeah.
Jeremy, it'd be a pleasure.
Is that from disrupt leadership?
In a way. Mr. James, before you launch into your rather premature election campaign,
Who is it?
I think it'd be useful for the viewers at home if you were to also answer a question or two.
Of course. When we come to power, one of the first things we'll do is restore a free press. The truth
No.
is very important. No
Well,
more hidden
yes,
secrets.
please. Let
you say so.
news be a thing.
From whom do you take your orders, by the way?
I beg your pardon?
Well, your disrupt.
Go,
speaks.
Jeremy, go.
For whom do you speak?
You know I can't tell you. It's too dangerous for me to say.
Don't worry. I don't share those concerns. You see, I've met with them almost 5 years ago now, back when I was a news anchor. And I also met with them a week ago to discuss tonight's activity.
Wait,
I think they wanted to check that I'd stick with the script.
to
which
discuss
really shows
about
how they
tonight.
know me.
So he already
So this
talked
time-
to them.
I wore a hidden camera. Would you like to see a little of what we discussed?
No, you can't. She'll have them arrested. They'll be dead by morning.
Not an unfair assessment.
Fortunately, it's not up to me. It's up to Alex in the broadcast room. What screen, Jenny?
Screen 4.
No, you can't. My people will stop you. Cut the power to your machines.
Well, I would imagine mine will be doing their level best to ensure that Mr. Donaldson's footage gets the airing it deserves. After all, my security forces will be here soon, and I imagine this will end very badly for
Or
all of you.
this is all a hoax.
Queued up and ready.
Thank you, Jenny. Alex, showing this will have consequences. For someone not showing it. It's up to you.
Alex,
Fuck off.
you got us this far. Please don't fall at the last hurdle.
Oh damn. Glad I'm not making this
Oh
choice.
damn.
All our good work, all the years of disrupting,
Fuck.
you could make it all for nothing. Please, don't play that footage.
Who is it? Who is it?
And you're absolutely certain in your research.
It's unpalatable but true. Advance are covertly sterilising the population.
Oh,
Why don't you just release this through your normal channels?
Mr. James is surprisingly efficient rabble-rouser. The peasants respond to his more earthly qualities. But you, Mr. Donaldson, are a face they trust.
We did not risk our operatives' lives to rescue you out of altruism.
yeah, that's what I
And
thought.
afterwards, once all this is out in the open,
We anticipate considerable unrest, possibly riots.
Followed, of course, in the restoration of democratic elections under our control, of course.
Nature abhors a vacuum. You, Mr. Donaldson, will create that vacuum, and we should be there to fill it.
that will take considerable resources. From what I understand, Advance took your wealth.
The visible billions, yes.
Some markets still prosper,
There will always be addicts.
What is?
and those with carnal
Who are
desires
these
for?
for?
Stock of all ages. A lucrative business indeed.
And then there are the foreign powers, outside the territories. Those who fear to follow the fate of my glorious Erkistan. For
Oh,
them,
Urkistan.
no price is too high.
Folks like us are always well resourced. You need have no concern about that. We have the required funds to fight, to win.
And once the fight is done, to make sure this aberrance is never seen again. A return to the natural order of things.
Yeah.
The wheat rises to the top and the chaff is burned away. No more living side by side with ill-educated savages. Let the plebs pile up in the ghettos.
Yeah.
Strict order, an end to ungodly acts.
So both sides are bad.
Back in their place.
Including our Mr. James. It amazes me how he cannot hear the Damoclean sword as it dangles above his head.
No, he's an ignorant bull. He sees only the red cape in front of him. Never the hidden blade.
And so it is with the low orders. They are lost in this new world.
They will gladly walk back to Old One, and they will be ours again, as it should be.
Jeremy's gonna like.
You set me up.
No, Alan, you did that to yourself.
Oh.
Now do you understand what you're doing?
Do you understand why we have to?
Pathetic. Neither of you recognises your own reflection.
How long, Jenny?
Not long, I imagine. For any of you.
Security are outside. They've been here for 5 minutes, but they're not doing anything.
What?
There's a lot of them who wanted children.
Oh.
We're already a few minutes over, Megan, but with ratings like this, both.
Oh.
Do you want to take us out?
It should be you.
It should be both of us. You
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Before we go tonight,
one final thought.
there's so much to digest here. What's happened tonight in this political circus?
The tent is collapsing, and the ringmasters have lost their glitter.
There will be elections. Soon, I'd imagine. You'll be able to choose.
These two will run. A choice between a shit sandwich and a cold cup of soup. A circus of horrors.
Two extremes, both offering
They're
their
shutting
own
down
form of
everything?
misery.
Nope.
You can choose advance and be equal,
In cages, like performing lions.
or disrupt and be free.
To struggle and starve.
Or you can do something different. You can run. You can stand. You can stop promoting the way things are and change it.
You're good people, and you are sensible people.
Oh man, if this
You know
is this
difference
the
between
ending?
right and wrong.
So stop whinging and do something. Take responsibility, because if you don't, it'll all be left to these clowns.
And that's the worst circus of all.
My name's Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
Have a transformative night.
And then make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
You're done. This program, this channel,
No,
all of
Julia,
you.
not them. We're done.
A
They got
final disruption.
Your security team say they'll escort you when you're ready. We can call you a taxi, Alan.
Where would I go?
Wherever you want.
Am I under arrest?
I think you know you've made that impossible, Mr. Donaldson.
My bosses won't be pleased with you.
Child sex traffickers and wannabe dictators. They're the natural enemies of the reporter.
We should go and see Bozeman.
We'll do it together.
We should go. What about Alex?
And then we'll burn this set.
Oh! 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 Created by Alex Peterson and Jason. Oh! Oh! He remains beloved in the nation and hated in this industry. No shit. Jay sells secret funny gifts to Moon. We also need scientists and engineers. Will C's career has moved from strength to strength. She has recently released a line of scented singles and a sex tape. Yeah. Following the humiliation public failure of the Florida Festival, several financial inaccuracies came to light. I can't do that. Dance was only the first of many children born in started sending so no! Right, River Holy John Love now speaks only through his pointed voice. Edward Football Face, who is clearly just a football with a face painted on his Oh wow, that ending was really awesome. I'm glad I restarted it. Because Disrupt was being played themselves. I hope I got the good ending. Like, I hope I got the best ending. I hope I got the best ending. That feels like the best ending. That feels like it. So I got Jeremy back. I got Disrupt back. I got Advanced back. Spider's death, however, might counterability bugs he recently won a Best Actor award for a role as the Mafia boss. Boy. Aww. Oh my gosh, what a wow. Good shit. Oh wait. Pleasure Corp's upward trajectory seems unstoppable. There has only been one luxury cruise possession, even then only something. I can't read these fucking like books about the characters. I made one of them into a Christian. Crazy Neil was recently spotted in the out of a band. He is a broken man so I gave him so many commercials. No, I only gave him one. I probably could have helped I hope I got the best. I think an advanced ending would be like Disrupt ending would be, I guess, also fun. So I got Jeremy back. That's all that matters. I got the original cast crew back again. And then we can start doing news again. You don't have to like look at the picture square count for beauty. That looked like a hole with mud in it.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Accord. The new centralist party snatched victory from under the noses of the mainstream parties.
Incoming Prime Minister Fatima Chowdhury called Accord's win proof that the major parties had lost the trust of the nation and signalled the end of extremist politics.
Neither Advance nor Disrupt, who failed to garner even 10% of the vote between them, have released a statement.
Later, we'll be looking in detail at the election results across the nation before Jeremy brings us a report on the recent unrest in Valdez.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
I couldn't ask for a better ending. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
Good evening.
I couldn't ask for a better ending. Better, Jeremy? Wait. A renewed mandate? A new leave? Chaos reigns, that's Disrupt, I bet. Under new management. The middle ground. Wacky fun. Julia's judgment. All fall down. A brighter future. Changing of the guard. Jeremy's injustice. So there was a way he could have died.
I'm Megan Wolfe.
Okay.
And I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight.
Oh my god. Muting it really quick, but wow. That was amazing. I can't believe I got the best ending on my first playthrough. I feel like it's the best ending. I feel like there's no other better ending. I feel like that is going to be the ending that seems more realistic in a way. Kind of how my character was throughout the playthrough. I am sad I lost Susie. If I didn't have her on that trip, it would have been probably a lot better. Charlie looks like stopped being a prick.